What about the serious story last week about how the minister, Mims Davis drink, got spiked on the night out in 2019 and has called for tougher actions to prevent further incidents? Well, that is worrying, especially when things are only just getting back to normal. Shana, do you worry about your drinks getting spiked when you go out?
Yes, that is a concern I have. It shouldn't be. I think I'm quite a clumsy person. For anyone who knows me, I'm quite clumsy. So I'm always leaving my bag open. I'm always leaving things in places. So for me, it's actually quite concerning because I know that I'm that way inclined. And I've heard my friends now actually say a few times when they've been out very recently that they're very worried about it. I hear there's bars that are now suggesting that they have lids over their cups. So they serve lids over their cups it's physically impossible to put anything in it. But then you're also hearing really worrying stories about injections. So now people are managing to spike people with needles in venues.
That is truly worrying.
Which is truly worrying because that's not even a drink issue. That there is no way of preventing that happening.
No.
So let me bring the booth in here. Is this a worrying thing for you?
It is worrying. And, the fact that now it's not just covering your drinks, you have to cover your arms and your limbs and your whole body because you're going to get injected. It's just a whole new level.
My mom always used to say to me, when you go out, when you buy a drink, hold your drink, never put it down.
Never.
But listen, after one or two, I tend to forget and all right, you just feel comfortable and let it go, innit? So that's where you used to doing that style years ago?
We have to be more responsible now. And it's a shame that it's come to what it is now, isn't it? You would have thought after lockdown and everything, we were grateful to be going out. So you'd think, we were trying to be responsible, attending venues. You have to be cautious and we have to be mindful of everyone, even though we want to have a trust feeling towards other people we meet. We have to be cautious. We don't know what their intentions are. And it might mean a shallow way that we're living, but you just don't know. Have that conversation, but certainly have your drink in an area where, you can keep your eye on it at all time. Never just leave it lying around. And I've been out with people and their drinks are all over the place. It's like the other side of the bar. I watch people trying to work out, actually, is that their drink? Or, they don't even know which drink they've ended up putting over to the side because it's been mixed up with other glasses. But this is the era we're actually in. You just have to be vigilant of anyone you're around.
My thing is, whose responsibility is this?
Okay.
Where does the responsibility lie?
Okay, let me tell you what criticisms that's come out to nightclubs. They say they criticize nightclubs for not searching customers for drugs after, some people are waking up in the hospital, suspecting their drinks have been spiked with something. So how much scrutiny can the nightclubs put into place? The injection part of things, how do people get into clubs if they're searched properly?
Needle, yeah.
For someone who, works in the nightclubs, DJ style, do you believe they're doing their work, their job properly?
Clearly not, with all due respect. If people are able to certainly bring in needles and stuff, they're not being searched thoroughly as well as they should be, in fairness. And also, it's not just men. I've known this from events that I've done, that women are also used to bring in whatever it is into venues, whether it's substance or anything else. They're not thoroughly searched, and men can only search men. So if there ain't female security women on the door as well, that is a possibility that, these things are happening. I'm not saying that's the actual case, but women have, certainly in events that I've known on and other people's event that are used to bring things into the venue.
Of course, it can also happen at parties as well, not just the club. But who do you think are more vulnerable, Shana?
Out of who?
Out of men and women.
The thing is, anyone can be a victim of this, right? Statistically speaking, I think more attacks like these happen to women, statistically.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the responsibility is a big question. Who should be looking out for this? Is it the club owners? Is it the bartenders? Is it the women looking after their drinks? Is it on the men to, if they see their friend doing something dodgy, to call it out? Where does that line? I think that's a discussion that needs to be looked at, more closely.
Most importantly, though, I think we just need to look after number one. We
look after yourself.
You need to be looking after ourselves. And it's not just going out to have a dance. It's looking out and watching your surroundings. Very, very simply, that's what everyone needs to be doing. And that's just not within like a drinking environment. That's just stepping outside your front door now. If someone coughs near you, you're like, oh, I need to make sure I'm keeping my distance.
Sure.
At all times, we need to be watching and looking after number one.
So, as well as doing so, if you worry about a friend that's been spiked and you need to do a few things, tell the bar manager, a bouncer, or a member of staff. Stay with them and keep talking to them. Call an ambulance, see if the condition deteriorates. Don't let them go home on their own. Possibly that's why they were spiked anyway, to guide them, take them somewhere else. Don't let them leave the venue without someone you don't know or trust. If possible, try prevent them drinking more alcohol, as this could lead to more serious problems.